efforts will never be enough.
Yup, you saw that right. Milestone 4 Azure, and it only took me 12 hours of playtime. But you may be wondering how I kept up with the streams of Azure, or even how I played Azure. In this video, I will teach you how I play Azure and how to counter Azure. Well, without further ado, let's get into it. Now, Azure isn't your average trapper killer. Although you may see his kit and assume he is your average trapper, he is more of a map denial/zoner killer. His seeker bulbs can act like the killer's version of Builderman Sentry. It shoots pellets dealing 4 damage each if someone sprints or uses an ability nearby. I highly recommend using this move in open areas or below drops, as if a survivor drops down as they were sprinting, the flower activates. You can also stick this move on walls. Most spots where Builderman Sentry would be useful, the seeker bulbs will be useful. It's really a process of trial and error to find the best spots. You can also put this move in the Piranha Water in Pirate Bay, or the Slowness Water in Ultimate Assassin Grounds. As if the survivors try and disarm the bulbs, they will get punished with a negative status effect. A tropa is given to any survivor hit or even detected by the seeker bulbs. Seeker bulb is easily Azure's best move, but an essential move for every killer is their M1. Azure's M1 is like Slasher's M1. Here are the stats. Upon landing this M1, any nearby seeker bulb or stigmatize will activate. Speaking of which, stigmatize is Azure's third move. It is a giant flower which traps the survivor for 5 seconds, or until attacked. Upon the survivor leaving this move, they get speed 2 for 1 second. This move is the reason Azure has such crazy map control, as this move can block intersections, or you can just bait the trap. Now moving on to Azure's final move, Strangle. This move is really fun to use as you first aim. Then click again to grab the survivor with your tentacles. You can then run to any stigmatize or bulb to get them trapped or shot at, maybe even both. After using this move, you do get helpless, but dropping a survivor causes a 5 damage AoE attack which ragdolls anyone hit. This move has crazy combo potential when paired with Azure's traps, making for one of the most fun moves in all of Roblox Forsaken. Well, that should be all of Azure's moves. But this moveset feels really incomplete, as if there's something missing which makes Azure extremely busted. No skill, and annoying as hell. What the hell? Why do I hear boss music? Well, at least Azure doesn't have a move so strong their moveset completely changed. Why do I hear breathing behind me? Now, one thing I didn't mention is Azure's oblation in the top right corner. Every stack of Atropia is 1 oblation. When you reach 15 oblation, you can use Azure's actual most overpowered ability, Inflorescence. Upon using this move, you become an unstunnable Golem. You also get 50 max stamina, which is fair considering how outrageous the Golem actually is. Think about when Sixer was in testing and everyone thought he was broken because of Bloodhunt. This is prime Sixer. Not only does stuns get replaced by slowness and helpless, you have a 26 damage M1 with the hitbox of Slasher's Behead, a shockwave which can deal up to 36 damage depending on how close you are, which ragdolls you, and a slowing path which knockbacks you for 15 damage if hit with. Just know, if someone gets stuck in a stigmatize, if you walk right on top of them, you can ragdoll them, dealing 35 damage. Do 26 more damage with an M1, and shockwave them for 15 more damage. If someone gets stuck once and you are nearby in Golem form, that is 76 damage in the span of not even 20 seconds. When in Golem form, you can return to your base form, which sets you back where you were before using Golem. If you turn back into Golem, the duration of the Golem continues from where it left off, and you also start off where the Golem was previously paused at. When Azure's main form is not in use, Azure is knelt down. While the Golem is not in use, it is a stone statue. The Golem form is insanely brain-dead and self-explanatory. Just watch how strong the Golem form really is. Yeah. Spammable yet OP moves. I chewed on that guess like a toy. So you know Golem is button mashing, but how do you actually play Azure's base moveset? Well, don't worry, I got you. This part will be really short due to me explaining Azure tips briefly at the start, so this part will mainly teach when and where to use your abilities. Like Nosferatu, this M1 is semi-spammable. You can use it like any other M1 in the game. If nearby a trap, hitting an M1 will activate it, so bear that in mind. Seeker bulbs should be placed in semi-open areas or drops. You can also place them in debuff pools, but ensure they aren't covered by a border such as the acid pits in Yorick's. You can also spam 3 traps in close positions near a stigmatize, but I don't recommend. Speaking of which, Stigmatize is Azure's digital footprint. Just place it in choke points to deny access. Use Enstrangle's throw to either ragdoll many grouped up survivors, trap with Stigmatize, damage with Seeker bulbs, or debuff with map traps. You can also throw survivors into the pit on HQ. Golem drains stamina a lot faster because of the less max stamina, so ensure to never hit 0 else you lose. You don't regain during their non-M1s, so make sure to conserve stamina while spamming M1s. Blooming does more damaging the closer the survivor is dealing up to 35 damage at point blank. Azure has no built-in ESP moves. Instead, they rely on highlighting survivors using Atropia like Noli's hallucination. Unlike Noli, Azure doesn't have any move that highlights every survivor consistently. This makes Azure worse than Cool Kid when it comes to finding survivors out of line of sight. Find survivors by using the in-game killer stamina loss, as you only lose stamina if there are a survivor nearby. Listen for the chase theme starting as killers can only hear layer 4. Finally, here comes the part I know everyone is waiting for. How the hell do we counter this busted killer? Well, it's simple. Now, I know you wanted to hear this, but I know exactly how to counter Azure. Azure can be countered with survivors, ability dodging, and planet Voss. First of all, the survivor we choose is really important for hard countering Azure. A survivor like Veronica will only get you killed as the Seeker bulbs have aimbot. It is highly recommended to either use a survivor with undetectable or a high stunning sentinel. But why? Survivors with undetectable are Noob and N7. 2-time has undetectable as well, but the longer LMS make it easier to lose in as Azure struggles finding the survivor in LMS, but after that it's a free win for the killer. Noob has Slate Skin and Ghost Burger, 2 vital moves when going against Azure. N7 has Clone, which hard counters Azure's traps with it having hit priority. When Azure shows his purple light, he will grab. When he grabs, you can clone Parry or use Ghost Burger. The reason Ghost Burger is more useful than Slate Skin is that the Azure will more than likely throw you into a flower. If you are in Slate Skin during the grab, the Azure will delay the throw, hence making Slate Skin useless. Ghost Burger gives you undetectable, allowing you to escape. But as N7, always make sure to use Inject away from the flowers as that will activate them. Guest, Shedletsky, and maybe Jane Doe are all 3 amazing counters to Azure. Despite Guest not having a long stun, they can easily block an attack while in the Stigmatizer's grab. Shedletsky can slash while in the Stigmatizer's grab, and Jane Doe has great stuns, but the Crystal Pitch has to be away from all flowers, else they will activate. Finally, Azure's Golem form cannot be stunned. Instead, the Golem gets helpless, and slowness like old Sixer in Blood Hunt. The Golem only has 50 stamina, which makes it easy to stamina manage against like Friday 13th Slasher. Remember to start chase away and always help the team. Some extra tips to take note of is that when Azure is using their grab, hide behind a wall and gain stamina. If the killer is using Golem in front of you while they are in the animation, run into a place where you can't get cut off and never run into a dead zone. Thank you for watching. Because you made it this far, please like and subscribe. It only takes a few seconds and helps a lot. Comment Flower Man, and I will try reply to your comment. Stay safe and enjoy.